I mean, I have some Hunko Plastics that are like terrible. Like I have the God of War Ascension collectors.
Oh.
That was a waste.
Mm.
That was such a bad figurine. Holy shit.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Well, not everyone. Oh, and the Dead Space gun. Holy shit.
Oh, I got the Dead Space gun courtesy of Mad Dog.
No, I actually bought the game with the gun. It was so embarrassed he gave it away. Oh, you guys started recording. You could have said
The
something, assholes.
the
No, you're not supposed to say anything. It's supposed to be all.
It's better this way. It catches everybody off guard. Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, why are they going so quiet all of a sudden?
Welcome back, guys. This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is the real episode 178 of GG's The Mouthful Podcast.
GG! To the motherfucking G.
Nice. G to the motherfucking G.
And time was 12 seconds before our first curse.
Yeah, I wanted to break some records.
There you go. All right. Now you know you can't play this in front of your kids.
Yes, I know. Turn off now.
Yeah,
because it's not going to get any better from here on in.
No, I use Dream as a cover this time. Next time, probably won't.
Yes, you're going to hear it in all its effing glory.
The following show is rated AO for adults. There you go.
There you go. Those voices, of course. First off, to my somewhere behind me somewhere is Mr. David Santos, aka Dream Twister. What is up, sir?
I am here. I am having a beer.
Nice.
And anything else that rhymes with ear.
I'm going to stop you right there, sir.
Because I have no ears.
The other voice, of course, is Mr. Hilberto, a.k.a. Chaos Reaper. What's going on, brother?
What's up? I am not there. I am in South Florida dealing with my PlayStation because goddamn this space is ridiculous. This storage space is ridiculous.
The storage wars of the Sony PlayStation ecosystem is a real thing. It's a real thing. I have many at times had to take shit off just to put something on.
What is stopping you from getting a bigger hard drive, Chaos?
Last time I did, it messed up my PlayStation.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I can't remember exactly. I think it stopped booting up.
Was it a third party or like?
Yeah, it was a Seagate hard drive.
Well, see, that shouldn't matter. A lot of people do that transplant and it works fine. You just gotta know. You just have to know it's not just a matter of changing the hard drive and turning it on because it won't work. You have to download the BIOS and I'm not talking about the little update. I'm talking about the big ass. Yeah, the latest BIOS they release. They usually release an update and then they release like an image of the whole operating system of the PlayStation. So you gotta inject that. You gotta know how to do that, but it's not difficult. There's like hundreds of YouTube videos.
I followed the instructions step by step. Okay.
So did you remember doing the BIOS thing?
Yeah. I had a little USB drive and everything. And it like at first it worked. It worked at first wonderfully. It was later on. Yeah, like I don't think it was that long. A couple of weeks after that, it started giving me trouble.
Maybe you got a bad hard drive. Could be a bad hard drive. I don't know.
I don't know, but it scared the living hell out of me. So
I agree, and that's why it scared the hell out of me. So I haven't done that myself.
Hey, you have a terabyte hard drive. That is the hard drive that comes with the PlayStation because it came with my PlayStation Pro.
And you remember what happened to it? What I was telling you, I had it hooked up so it was an external hard drive, and for whatever reason, it was causing interference with my controller. My controller would have had input lag. Yeah, it was weird. I was like, I didn't even know that's what it was. I was just like, I don't know what it is, but I can see and feel input lag, and it's like a significant. It's like,
I think it was the case that I use. The casing that I use, it was kind of like cheap, but I didn't think that was gonna cause any problems. So I figured, I was using it fine, not with the PlayStation though. But I think, but you could have just gotten the hard drive and did a transplant.
Well, like our
Like a
friend
surgeon.
here, Chaos said, I was like, no. And then I realized I went and basically undocked it or whatever, uninstalled it or whatever you got to do to get it off, and my input lag went away. But my controllers have been acting like funny ever since. And right now, when I put if I plug a headset into it, I can hear like cuts from the audio. And again, it hasn't happened until so I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But now it's I'm like, no, I don't want to take the chance that I'm going to screw something up. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to have to get a whole new PlayStation because of it. You know what I mean? I don't want to go through the whole process. I just like, no, that's all right. I will make the room when I need to make the room.
You do realize that is again the hard drive that came up on a PlayStation. So
I get it.
There shouldn't be any compatibility problems.
And yet it still did that to me. That's what I'm trying to say. It's still
that's the case. I'm talking about if you replace
how does the case do something?
It could if it's not well shielded. Like if it's like you're telling me that you have interference, right? So that tells me that maybe the materials that we use for the casing itself, because remember, the case is not just the metal, but also some circuitry, right?
So yeah, no, I know what you mean, but how would that affect a game that I already have installed on the regular PlayStation?
Well, you tell me that
because I only used it. Huh?
You tell me it's simple, like you were feeling problems with the controller.
Mm-hmm.
So the controller has nothing to do with what's installed. The controller is just a controller. It was probably causing interference with on the signal interference. Not or maybe it was something electrical. Like I said, that case was just a cheap case that I bought for like $10. I just wanted to put that hard drive to use on something.
I still have it. I still have it there, still in the.
Bring that shit here. Because
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have an announcement. Shadow is currently live on the GG Twitch channel.
Oh shit!
Yeah, streaming. What is it? Modern Warfare? Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
The beta.
I thought she was doing Monster Hunter.
No, she said she put MW, and that's Modern Warfare.
You do realize that by the time that anybody listens to this, she would have already finished.
Oh. Well, then you guys can check it up on the archives then.
It's there for you. Yep, gamer.
There you go.
Okay, let's take a look.
They had a shadow here.
Let's buy
all right.
Shadow.
I don't know about a Call of Duty this year, guys. Oh, if it's your first time listening, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Please, first, go to Good Game Bracket GG on Facebook and join the conversation there. And, of course, like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone. What we normally do, guys, is we go into what we've been up to, move on to various news items, and then finish with our hot topic of the week. This week's hot topic. E3 Rebranded.
What does that even mean?
So it turns out, guys, that the ESA is very aware that E3 is changing with the loss of, first off, EA, Nintendo, and last year we had Sony. So they're making changes to the game show, to the actual event itself. And from what I can tell, it's not going to be what we all thought it was going to be. So E3 as we know it may be coming to an end, unfortunately. But we'll get into that later. First off, we're going to start with what we've been up to. Mr. David Santos.
Oh.
I'm going to let Chaos Reaper go. Chaos Reaper.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
Be nice.
I've been meaning to do that for you guys for a while, and I always forget.
Plot twist.
Terrible.
Mr. Chaos.
All right, how many levels have you gone into Final Fantasy 14 and Overwatch?
Oh my god. Okay, first off, actually, I haven't played either of those games this week.
Woo!
Wow, I almost feel insulted, but I'm just gonna keep going.
No, that's like me talking about The Witcher. Don't worry.
I have been focused on Monster Hunter World: Iceborne, and god damn, it's just such a good game.
Yeah,
it is. It is difficult. Like compared to the base game, Yeah, they definitely ramped up the difficulty on this one. It's I failed two quests, two, three quests so far, and considering the amount of time I put into the game, to me, that's unacceptable. But it is what it is. The monsters just hit like a fucking wall of bricks, man.
Is it
And
because they're meant to be attacked with multiple people? Is it meant to be they're meant to be taken by multiple people? Are they not
no,
doing?
I played most of the game by myself. There's been one that failed me was his name is Barrioth, and I ended up getting help for that one, but not because I needed it. I was just playing with friends.
Uh-huh.
But I'm sure that I can clear the whole thing alone if need be.
Yeah.
At least the main campaign. There's some optional missions there that you guys remember the Black Diablos?
I think I
Yeah,
do.
the black ones, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I remember the Diablos, but not.
No,
Well,
they were later on. Yeah, I remember them.
right. The Diablos is the male one. Black Diablos is female. Okay.
Female. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Which was a badass too.
I was fighting one that was like twice the normal size. This is an optional mission. It was like twice the normal size of a regular Black Diablos, and with one hit, mind you, I had like at this point I probably had like 800 of defense. With one hit, it took 45% of my health.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I had the armor skin buff, which gives you more defense, and I had the rock sedimental, which doesn't let you flinch and
Mhm.
gives you more defense, and it still took 45% on my health. It's ridiculous. So either I'm going to finish the game first and tackle that again, or just get help.
Now, do you agree with what? Cause I haven't got into it because I really want to get into it. But have been hearing a lot about it, and I hear that this one is going back to sort of its roots. Do you feel that that's what it's doing, or is it just maybe going even past that?
I can't talk about the past Monster Hunters because I did try them, and I always loved the concept. And like I said before, I always died for a console release. I couldn't deal with the little nuances in the mechanics. Like every time you healed, he actually first off, you stood in one place healing, and after
Mm.
you were done healing, he would flex his arms in a whole animation that was completely stupid, and you would die because of it. Okay, so it was those
Yeah.
little things that I could not take. So I never got too far in them. Like I was before we started recording, I told Mad Dog that I feel like the main game was more like this is the entry level. Okay, this is what you're gonna deal with. These are the monsters. Yada yada yada. And even then, like after that, the tempered and arch tempered monsters were a real challenge. And Iceborne just builds up on that. Like the monsters aren't tempered or anything, but you will have a tough time in the beginning with them.
Can you imagine when they do temper
Mm.
them?
Oh my god. By the way, the Black Diablos was tempered.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
that thing just wrecked me. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all I've done in gaming this week.
Wow,
Oh,
a lot of Monster Hunter then.
Well, I've watched a lot of TV. I've been watching My Hero Academia on Hulu. It's anime. I love this anime. I'm like on the third season, like 30 episodes in. I have like 20 episodes left, sadly.
Oh
I don't know
wow.
how much you guys are into anime.
I'm still watching Dororo, and I'm loving that shit.
Okay, I have no idea what that is, but keep it up, buddy.
Dororo.
It's I like the fights. I really do enjoy the fights, the stories, the story arcs, and the character development are spot on.
Nice.
Love them. So I highly recommend this anime to Dream did answer. So I'm gonna say he doesn't watch anime.
I don't know.
He
I don't
does.
mind that.
He
I don't
does on
mind
occasion.
anime. It's just a time thing, man.
And I did watch the first episode because I've watched it before of Elfen Lied. It's spelled like if it was lied, but it's pronounced lead because it's German or something. I saw this when I was still in Puerto Rico, and the first time I went to college. It's very bloody. It's
Hmm?
pretty gory.
Oh, this is also an anime. Okay.
Yes, I don't know if they put it recently on Hulu, but it's there, and I loved it the first time I saw it, and I loved rewatching the first episode again. So, if you have a chance to watch it, do it.
Okay.
Wow,
This is
I love the fact that all these shows are. I mean, all this anime It's available now on like the mainstream platforms.
I know, isn't it great?
Well, not for Crunchyroll. I bet they're shitting bricks.
Yeah, they probably are.
Well, Hulu is just adding anime to its collection, I guess. But Netflix is bankrolling them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Netflix is not just picking up animes, even though they do have a few here and there. They actually
they have some original content.
Produce them, yeah.
Yeah, that's badass.
So the biggest thing I watched this week was Godzilla King of Monsters.
Oh, so when you say biggest, you mean big? Oh wait, okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I guess in all kinds of way, but honestly, it was
gigantic.
Mastodontic.
Really, really like this movie.
Nice. Okay, good stuff.
Hey, I don't care for the story in it because the story was pretty stupid.
It was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Wait, this is the movie or is this an anime?
No,
talking about the movie?
Godzilla, the King of Monsters, the movie.
The movie that came out with the girl from
Stranger Things, yeah.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Yeah, with 11.
With 11, that's right.
Yeah, even with her, I could not care for any of these characters. Like, every time they shifted to like the mom and dad and daughter thing, I was like, okay, you could kill them off for all I care. Go back to the monsters. I don't want to see this.
Wasn't it the most ridiculous? I'm not going to spoil anything, but wasn't it the most ridiculous like reveal of their ultimate plan?
Oh my god, it was.
I was so like, wow, this is like really, really ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it for what it was, but I realized too, man, it was pretty dumb in a lot of parts.
The further it got, I was like, this plot, it's really stupid. Like this is just. I'm just glad that unlike the first movie, they focused more on the monsters. And you see the fights. Oh my god! And you see the fights and the movements, how they're wrecking everything. God only knows how many people died in this fight, but who cares? It was amazing.
Wow.
Okay, well, Mothra was shown in the trailer, so I'm gonna say that Mothra looks beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. The design was.
Good lord, that was so good. And Ghidorah, holy shit balls.
Yeah. And Ghidorah was like a fierce, it was a fierce character. Actually, they all were, but
yeah. Well, they some of the other monsters, I don't really show them a whole lot. I think they show rodent fighting, but I don't know the name of all the monsters, mind you. There's one that looks like a mammoth mixed with an ape.
Yeah,
I have no idea. No idea what that is. But and I guess we can't really go into spoilers here.
Not yet. I feel like it's kind of early. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess I'll leave it at that then. It's a really good.
Do you need 5 minutes? Well,
we could just do a quick 2-minute. Hey, the next 2 minutes or minute will be a spoiler. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Starting right now.
Okay, at the end there when Godzilla finally kills Ghidorah and all the monsters surround him and shit, that they're all bowing to him because long live the king. I tell Steph, like, do you see who's missing there? He goes like, who? King Kong, because King Kong ain't no bitch. But they do mention him plenty of times. He is mentioned.
Yeah, Skull Island is, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few screens that he appears, so I can't wait for this to keep going and actually come to a head, as long as they come up with a better plot than this shit.
I honestly think it's not going to. I mean, I'm thinking about it now. So for the record, we have like 15 seconds left. They've already announced that it's going to be Godzilla versus King Kong on the next one. They're already doing the film or starting the filming for that. But yeah, I don't know. Don't expect too much when it comes to the story.
It's a plot, yeah. That's jeez.
All right, well, 1 minute. All right, we're back from spoilers.
Yeah, but when you said spoilers, I didn't think you were gonna just straight out spoil the ending.
Wait, he didn't spoil the ending.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're good.
All right, we're good.
I mean, I kind of just said what you know is eventually going to happen to a certain degree, because it's the movie.
Sure.
But if you know, but if you already know the next one coming out, you kind of already know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not,
Yeah.
Jump right to the ending. Yes. What else? What else was I gonna say? The rest of the plot is stupid.
Yeah, I know. The part where it goes like it's married. It's ridiculous.
So that's what I've been up to this whole week. Other than driving for like 7 hours.
Your new life, I hear you.
Yeah.
Mr. David Santos, what in the world have you been doing, sir?
One thing. Well, actually, no, two things. I finished Gears of War, or sorry, Gears 5, because they're not of war anymore.
Oh, they're just gears in a machine?
Yeah, there's just gears now.
Oh, okay.
There's a shifter on Need for Speed games. Okay. All right, so you guys remember my complaint about last week? Let's say about the length of some of this mission, this open-ended areas.
Mm-hmm.
You
I don't, but please remind us.
All right, so oh, that's right. You weren't on that part, and
not really. No,
you weren't on the part. So I was telling Mad Dog that I enjoy Gears of War for the games for what they are. They're focused linear action games. I feel like a total badass. Chainsawing fools and just playing the single player campaign, because I'm not a big multiplayer guy, but I do respect the fact that that game has one of the best multiplayer also. But it's not for me. So this campaign was bothering me a little bit because it tries to do. I respect that they're trying to do something different, but I didn't feel like they executed very well. Basically, you start the game, it's kind of linear, what you expect. Then you go to the second act, and it opens up into this area that you can go do missions here and there. I almost don't want to call it open world, because I feel like that has a connotation that you're gonna expect to see a bunch of icons on the map, and you're gonna be doing a lot of quests here and there, and the world feels very for the most part, they tend to feel alive with people that give you quests and all that stuff. You ain't getting any of that here. The world feels very empty, very desolate. You go from one section, and then the section is going to throw you into the other section. And the only reason for having that huge map is for you to waste time trying to figure out where the hell is the next area.
Oh.
So it's not really it's not really open world.
Is it more like the first Dark Souls? That was kind of linear, but it was kind of like open.
You mean like Demon Souls or Dark?
No, Dark Souls. The first Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Not particularly, because I feel like that Dark Souls, you always kind of had or found your hub area a little bit.
Yeah.
The place where you will return to.
Right.
Whatever. On this one, you are going further and further. It's just that it seems unnecessarily like a not necessarily big area. Again, it's not closed down. It's not focused. It's not linear. Yes, traversing the world is kind of fun, because you get on this kind of like skiff that is really fun to drive, but you don't have nothing's happening around you. You're only going from point A to point B. You get to point B, you go into this smaller area where you cleared the locust or the whatever force, and retrieve whatever item. Then you get back on your skiff and now go to the other area. And it continues like that until you can't progress any further on that, or that the next mission is gonna be okay. If you do this, you're not gonna be able to go back to this world. Are you okay with it? Actually, the game actually prompts you, hey, before you go here, are you sure you want to leave this area, because you won't be able to come back? So I don't know. It didn't. Most people, some people might appreciate that. I didn't think it was the way I wanted Gears to go, and then it goes for too long, because when you finish with that area, another area opens up and it's the same crap. Anyway, to get to the fourth act, I think it is. That's when things close down again. It gets it gets a little bit more linear. It gets a little bit more interesting. Actually, this is where the story starts picking up a little bit, but he never. It didn't feel feel like it closed in any satisfying way. I was like, to be honest with you, I was just ready to be done with it, just so I could jump into Control. Because I already had Control downloaded and ready to go. I was just going through the motions. I felt like in this game, that's what I did. I just went through the motions, and it didn't feel like anything special. Like the character, I didn't like the character lady that they had me play for the most part. because
Really?
often, I found like I wanted to chainsaw guys with my chainsaw weapon, and she will just get a knife out and knife people. It's like that's not gears.
What's the point
That's
of the
not,
chainsaw?
exactly. Like I don't want to do that unless I wasn't doing. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I don't know, but it didn't feel like
It would be hilarious if you were pressing the wrong button.
no, because it's not always the same button, you know. But I don't know. Something about this game felt also a little bit too floaty compared to the older Gears of Wars when they always felt like you were this hunking guy and you were carrying this heavy machinery, this heavy weapon machinery or whatever.
You can feel the weight.
That
Weight
you
of
feel the
everything.
weight. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Not here. Over here, you're running and you just look like a constipated person running.
Maybe they switched gears. Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hunts, we have them.
We we go to the next scene. Now to the news. Oh.
No, just
No, I don't know. I was very. It was kind of disappointing. It's not a bad game. I'm not saying Gears is a bad game, but if I had to score it, it would probably be like a 6.5, maybe a 7, just because it felt like it was going interesting. I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna, if you guys don't want this, I'm not gonna spoil anything major, but I am gonna tell you something spoilery. So here we go.
Here's another minute, guys, and go.
All right. So there is a section where you get to make a choice. You have to make a choice. I'm not going to tell what the choice is, but you feel like the choice is going to have a huge weight on the I guess on the ending. Also, this choice is kind of close to the end of the game also. But at the end, I've realized that it just changes the ending a little bit. Like it doesn't it's nothing. It's
Not in any significant
it
way.
is not exactly, and it looks like it's going to be like when Gears 6, whatever they want to call it, comes out. They'll probably pick the canon version of that. So I don't think it's gonna matter which choice you went with.
Oh.
I think they're just gonna pick. Okay, well, this is the actual canon. This is the one we're sticking on. And if you pick the other one, well, too bad.
Time.
Play it again.
Okay.
So that's enough with Gears. I'm here to talk about Control because
I thought you were gonna say Witcher.
no, I know. I tend to go back. I actually want to continue playing The Witcher, but I figure since I was done with Gears and I was very curious about Control because it definitely looked interesting. Also, not to mention I heard very good things about how it runs on PC and whatnot. I wanted to try it. And it's funny because I believe it was last topic of the week. We were using that particular game as an example of, well, these are the games that this type of game just doesn't care that you have a base unit, a base PlayStation 4 or a base Xbox One, And I guess on so on PC, it obviously you expect it to run fine, but that's not really that's expected. What I'm here to talk about is how incredible the usage. This is the first game where the usage of ray tracing has actually impressed me. And
Really?
and obviously you've seen the demos of other games that look very, very nice, but you need to have like a ridiculous machine to play them at 1080, with ray tracing on, like Battlefield 5, for example, or I don't know, freaking Minecraft, I guess, whatever. On this
Really
one,
need a base PC to run Minecraft?
no, well, no. I'm talking about if you want to activate like all the ray tracing juice stuff, you need a ridiculous machine. A ridiculous machine. Not even I have that on my rig. I have a 1080. I have a 20 GTX 2080 is what I'm running, and most of
this the fuck out of you.
It's the second. It's not the top of the line. It's like the
I feel so
cousin.
outdated.
It's the
Anyway,
It's the best Excel you're gonna get, sir.
Exactly. There you go. It runs Netscape 1.0 like you have no idea.
It runs Microsoft Office super smooth.
I need more PC friends. No, but in this particular game, I didn't feel like I needed to, I was careful of what settings I used, so I decided to put everything on medium because I figured the game will still look fine, and I kind of wanted to see the reflection. Started playing on medium, all the reflection, the refractions, the light, everything beautiful, and the game looked good also. So I'm like, okay, let me crank it up to the high level, and this is probably the point where it's gonna start chugging. And no, I mean, they're performing tiny performance hitches here and there, but nothing that will bother me. So it looks amazing. So if anybody's listening that has a ray tracing capable a video card and was looking for a game that they can actually show off the capabilities of ray tracing, this will be the one.
So let me ask you something. What would be the minimum requirement for a ray tracing capable graphics card?
Just the just like $800. That's that because
so my poor 1070 would blow up if I tried.
1070. Well, you're gonna replace the 1070 with the ray tracing card, with an RTX card, so you wouldn't have to worry. You could if you're concerned about your computer, running it. Don't be. Your computer will run it like perfect. Okay. It'll be so fine.
I'm running a 1070 right now on mine.
Yeah, and that's a good video card. That's a really good video card. Think about it this way: the 1080 that I have, the 2080 is basically a souped up 1080. So if anything, I'm just one step.
He says like it's nothing, like it's just a souped up 1080. Like I have a 1070. Remind me this again.
Well, I'm trying to I'm trying to tell you where you are. If you don't want to hear, then that's fine.
No. I'm trying
to tell you because you're probably thinking, oh, I have a shitty PC, and you totally do not.
Oh, I know I don't, because I know the 1070. Like everything I've run, it runs fucking beautiful.
Right. Well, then there's no reason for you to be concerned about replacing it with a 1080, other than do you have $800 burning in your pocket?
I do not.
There you go. Then that's your limit. that's the limit. Not anything hardware wise.
Dream, I'll give you $50 for your 2080 right now. Final offer. Take it or leave it, sir. Take it or leave it.
Listen, Jack Rod. We've spoken about this already. All right. God bless Jack Rod. He wanted to buy my second monitor for $50.
Really?
That's the kind of.
That's great.
Great. I'm telling you.
So, for the record, how is the game? If I can get to, I'm dying to hear because I have it downloaded, but I haven't heard anything yet other than 1080s and 1070s and 20 whatevers.
2080
and 2080. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. The numbers get a little bit whacked sometimes in my head.
They didn't say Excel this time.
You're right.
No,
it's quick time.
So the game is confusing as fuck. Probably the reason why I find myself enjoying the graphics more than anything is because
you have no idea what
the story. I'm almost at, or I'm very close. I gotta be like 3/4 of the way in.
Oh shit! Okay.
On the game, and the story still makes absolutely no sense. And the problem with it is not that it's. See, I don't think it's bad writing, because how can I describe this? I feel like the game itself tries to set up mystery, right? But it sets it up in such an abstract way that it's hard to pinpoint if this is reality or if this is like an episode of The Twilight Zone where suddenly this is like another world or, whatever, something way too goofy, way too weird for you to actually appreciate. Like, I'm a little concerned about how this is going to wrap up because nothing like so far, I'll tell you a little bit without spoiling anything. All right, you're basically you're basically this person. Your origin is not described at the very beginning of the game, nor would I tell you what I've been able to find out in the bits and pieces. And don't worry, because it wouldn't have been too much anyway. But you're looking for your brother, and you're going into this federal bureau of control, basically, which looks like Federal Bureau of Investigation because it almost looks like it has the same symbol or seal, but it's the Federal Bureau of Control. And the idea is that they, anything that is paranormal in the world, they kind of like contain it, from what I understand.
So like Fringe, okay.
Like what?
Fringe is a show that came out on Fox, very similar to like X Files and shit like that.
Wait,
Yeah.
is
Okay.
it like supernatural stuff or?
Yeah, yeah. It could be like things that are objects, for example, that have demonstrated to have some sort of power on them, and they go in and contain it. For what reason? I have yet to find out.
Okay.
And the reason for this building, because it basically takes place on this building that I guess is interdimensional because the building is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside almost.
Oh,
Not to
cool.
mention, it
like the
changes
tent in
shape.
Harry Potter.
Kind of, yeah. I guess I don't know, much about what's going on in there, just yet. And I'm telling you, I'm three-quarters of a way in. So, but that's okay because the gameplay on it is pretty tight, and I do have my gripes, but for the most part, the destructibility of items is really awesome. You could actually, I mean, you could actually wreck with not just with your powers, but also just just shooting. You could. I'm playing this on PC, but I'm playing with a gamepad.
Mhm.
The reason. Oh, come on, I expected more from you, man. But are you even listening? I'm playing with a gamepad. Come on, say
Okay.
something snarky about
Say
PC.
something.
Oh,
React,
keyboard.
damn it.
React, damn it. Give me something.
So
People
good,
expect at this time.
good that you're on PC using a controller. I don't care. I'm just curious as to the game itself, and so far it sounds interesting to me. Very,
Oh.
very, very interesting to me.
Shadow is representing over here in Call of Duty.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
You
geez,
just got a
ranking up.
final kill on a. I mean, it was a draw, but she got the final kill. You could see her clan tag is GG. It's
Yeah.
already bracketed, so it'll just
Yep, I see it there. Yeah, I see her.
So anyway, the level design. I don't know. I don't think I like the level design as much, just because the world doesn't feel like a, and it's silly to describe it this way, but it doesn't feel like a livable space, But it could also be the fact that hey, this building, this building shifts and transforms and all that stuff. By the way, the shifting of the building, unfortunately, that's just more of a visual aspect than a gameplay one. You go into a room, you fight these guys, you liberate the room or whatever, or you cleanse it or whatever, and then it shifts. It kind of like changes back, and I feel like there are other games that they have done shifting rooms better. I heard Dishonored 2 was one of them. Do you ever play Dishonored 2?
Mhm. Yeah, I own Dishonored too.
Okay.
Thanks to you, I believe.
So, oh yeah. So, forgot why that was funny.
No. It's when you find out why it's funny. I remember I know what you're talking about. It's like this room or this. Oh my god! It was this particular building that he was sneaking into that shifts the entire time, but it really changes the gameplay. It sounds like this is more of an appearance as opposed to actual affecting how you would enter and leave a room. Yeah.
Yeah. In this case, there's no there's no like crazy platforming that you're doing or stuff is shaped moving around and as you're playing it. So it is that the world is still very static. But again, the shooting feels pretty good. A little stiff because it's not, and it's not meant to be like a cover shooter or anything like that. But you're almost like in front of the guys shooting at them. You know the type of games where you're just standing there. Yes, you can crouch and kind of take over, but it's not really. It's not. She's not being Nathan Drake on it. It's more like, oh, I just crouched.
Mm.
And her powers so far, the ones that I have gotten, are cool but expected. And you've seen them on the trailer. The one where she just grabs shit from anywhere and slams it. And there's some other ones that I won't spoil, but so far nothing there has been like, holy shit, extraordinary. Except hopefully the story will wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up good. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense at some point.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it, but like it's not stellar. It's just a really good game, which is fine. Yeah, that's Control. That's
awesome.
That's what I got. Yeah, that's Control.
Oh, okay.
You haven't watched anything this week?
No, because I've been trying to. I want to go back to The Witcher, so I've been trying to finish Control. I'm not like speed running it or anything like that. Obviously I'm having fun with what I'm playing, but I haven't had time to sit down and watch anything else.
Well, speaking of The Witcher, I can't say I beat it, but I am done with Thronebreaker. I don't know how many hours I put onto it, but I got to and I was doing fine and all that, but I got to a point where I just I hit a wall, and it's just like, okay, I either don't have the cards that I need, or I'm not understanding how this goes, and I've already banged my head against this wall several times, right? And I was like, okay, I'm probably a good 45 hours playing the game, so I'm like, I'm good. I enjoy my time. I'm pretty sure I'm close to the end, which makes sense for me, I guess. But the game itself is really, really good. I enjoy the hell out of it. Probably still one of my favorite games. And it's a freaking card battle game. It's just one of those things where I wasn't expecting to... I get playing a card battle game against maybe somebody, but a single player, I wasn't sure what I was getting into, and this is just really, really, really good. So I finished playing that, and I really quickly want to go over... I finished playing Catherine Full Body.
Oh.
And I gotta say, okay, rose-colored glasses is a real thing, guys. It's a real thing. I remember really enjoying the story of this game, and maybe because I wasn't that much younger, but maybe I don't know. It hit me at some point, and I just kind of enjoyed what I was doing. Here, I realized, playing it now, is you're like, man, this is a silly freaking story. You know what I mean? And not only that, though, well, first off, for my character, and I guess we've been spoiling shit anyway, but I ended up with his girlfriend at the end. So I got essentially I guess what can be considered the good ending, or one of the good endings. There was a new character who introduced to me what would have been an interesting dynamic, and that is the character Rin. And she is, so spoilers here for maybe
major spoilers.
For let's say the next minute. So starting right
now, people are gonna hate the podcast. Okay, go ahead.
Probably. Well, I mean, I'm literally timing it, so starting right now, where it's a minute. So Rin is a character, and Rin turns out to be a guy, right? And so the way he discovers this, it's a shocking moment, right? He doesn't expect it, and I think he's kind of developing feelings for Rin, and of course realizes, holy crap, she's a guy. That introduced the dynamic to the story, because it was curious to see how he would react, how would they write this, and of course I gave the writers way too much credit for them to come up with anything interesting at all, because the way they did it was, she ran off. Rin ran off, and because he sees her naked, or him naked in this case, and I guess Rin kind of goes to do something or to reach to him like, you're okay, and he slaps her hand away, and then she kind of freaks out and runs off. I'm like, holy crap, this shit just got real, and we're outside of the spoiler, so I'm gonna just keep it light from here, but it never got to where I wanted it to go. It literally just said, oh, and it wrapped up the story real quick and moved on. So I was like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? It was just like a wasted effort. It was like it had a quick glimpse of something like not that I wanted him to end up, because I don't care either way, but I was just like, this looks like it could be interesting. How is he going to react? What is she going to do? So that never happened. And then, okay,
there's more.
There's just more, and you know what? We just keep the spoiler thing going here for another minute here. Okay, so it turns out that starting now, Rin is an alien. Okay, so
you're lying.
I swear to God.
It was never
actual thing. Now here's my thing.
The fact that it was a guy, or anything like that. That's what we're supposed to think as the player. But the intention was like, no, this is just it's just an alien. Just an alien.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Okay, I've seen so many articles and so many things to come up that is just absolutely ridiculous when it comes to nitpicking on something that just shouldn't be. Right? It's, this game is doing this, and it's completely being unprogressive and all this stuff because of insensitive to this, insensitive to that, right? And half the time it's something so insignificant. It's like, yeah, guess maybe, but I mean, I feel like we're splitting hairs here. You know what I mean? Or if you remember the story from Horizon Zero Dawn when they had this thing about it's the use of the word savages and natives and all this stuff, and it's it's offensive to
Native
Americans and all.
Are you serious? That was a thing?
That was a thing.
Thing.
So
Lord.
That to me felt a bit ridiculous. I get it, whatever, but I'm pretty sure that they did everything they can to not be that, right? This game literally spits in the face of anyone who can be transgender or something. Obviously, that's essentially what they were trying to do. And not only did they not do that, they said, "Oh yeah, they're aliens." So yes, even more. And I'm looking anywhere. As soon as I was like, there has to be some sort of article out here complaining about it. Now, one person's complaining about this. You know what I mean? And not that I wanted to complain. I'm like, but if you had a reason to complain, here it is.
To be fair,
you know what I mean?
To be fair, the reason I knew about the ending and I told you about it was because I did find it. I did see it. And it was an article, and of course, it was on Polygon or Kotaku, one of the two. I want to say probably Kotaku, but it could have been Polygon.
Unbelievable, first off. And so, gameplay is still a lot of fun, you know what I mean, to say the least. Very challenging and borderline frustrating towards the end because it is a challenging game.
Does it have ray tracing? And I'm not interested.
Oh my god!
I don't know. I think the next remix, will probably have it.
There you go. That's what it's called, Catherine. The next remix.
The next one's it's Catherine Quathrin. So yeah, I haven't got a chance because of that. I was trying to get through those two, and I didn't get a chance to play. I have Control. I have actually downloaded and everything. I've had it now for a few days, and I just haven't got a chance to get around to it. But I will now that I have some time off coming up.
Yeah.
But I did see some stuff that I kind of wanted to quickly touch on. The first one, my wife and I burned through. And I do mean burn through this show on Amazon called Undone. And this is a really a pretty cool looking show in the sense that it uses this technology called rotoscoping. And what that basically is that they film things in live action and then they animate over it so that it looks animated, but it also looks so weirdly real. And so that's the design of the way the show looks. It's a short season. It's 8 episodes. The episodes are only like 22 minutes long, so it's not even that long. But it's got a great cast. Rosa Salazar, you probably know her from Alita Battle Angel. Yep. It has Constance Marie. If you ever watched the George Lopez show, that's his wife. Daveed Diggs, which is an actor that I like, and then of course Bob Odenkirk, which you probably know him from the Breaking Bad series. He played Saul from Better Call Saul. So you got all these good actors in this. Great acting, really interesting story, very weird story, but at the same time relatable, particularly when it comes to loss, particularly when it comes to mental health and stability, and it paints a picture, and half the time you're not sure if what you're looking at is real or if it's happening, and then of course using the rotoscoping, it adds a layer of fantastical elements to it, which really, really cool. It's easily something that I can recommend because it's enjoyable and it's quick to digest. Like I said, 22 minutes. That's, if you look at it, that could be a 3-hour movie, and you can just sit. You know what I mean? So you can really just burn through it, and it's really cool, really enjoyable. And then the last thing that I saw was sort of an experiment, guys. It was Disney's Aladdin.
Wow.
So I realized I haven't actually watched any of the live action remakes to any of the old classics, and I said, you know what, I if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it with one of my favorite Disney classic, which is Aladdin. I saw the original Aladdin, the animated one, 3 times in the theaters. How much I enjoyed that freaking movie. And this movie is not good.
What?
It's
surprise.
Yeah. However, I have the caveat to this. I still enjoyed it somewhat, but I enjoyed it somewhat because it did pull at the strings of nostalgia when it comes to the original. You know what I mean? It uses a lot of the same songs. Agrabah, looks and feels like it did in the thing, but at the same time, it also felt fake. You know what I mean? In the sense that it felt, I don't know, it just felt like a cheap reenactment of the cartoon, the animated film. And so because of that, and Will Smith, believe it or not, as much as I can say that I've gotten tired with Will Smith overall as an actor, at the same time, I was like, you know what? He took a role which was not going to be an easy role because you are replacing Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
big
saying?
shoes to fill.
Yeah, extremely big shoes to fill. And with what he had and what he did, he made it his own. Yeah. And I give him that much. However, no, does not even live up nowhere near close to Robin Williams' version. And there really wasn't much he can do about it. There's a couple of new things that he brings to it, which I kind of enjoyed. There's a couple of new songs that weren't in the actual animated film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a couple of new ones, but realistically, those songs, you can literally take those out because they're not only so. Perfect example. What is her name? Jasmine, Princess Jasmine, has her own song, which she doesn't actually have in the original. The original, A Whole New World, is actually sang by her and Aladdin, so she doesn't have her own song. And here she does, and it's meant to be this song about, it's something like you can't tell me to be quiet and all this stuff, and there's all this, whatever, and it's almost insulting because it ends up being all in her head. So the whole song,
I'm sorry, it ends up being what?
Insulting because it's all in her head. The song itself, so it's like she's trying to go against, the grain, as women obviously didn't have much of a say back in the days that it's trying to portray and all this, and so it's like it's silly in that sense, you know what I mean? It just feels like, in essence, it feels like a knockoff of they really should have just made just completely redone it. You want to add songs from the original, you want to make it a musical, then make it a musical, but just do all new songs. You know what I mean? They shouldn't have. They stuck too close to the original, and believe it or not, I think there are moments that the animated original still looks and feels way better than this one. And this is obviously, an up-to-date live action film. So
yeah. All right, but that brings up a problem. like, do you stick too close to the original material, or because if you start doing what you said, changing everything, then everybody will complain. Now, from what I've heard, and it kind of worries something that you said that you have that view of the movie. This is supposed to be the best one of the remakes.
I honestly, I haven't seen any other ones.
Me, I haven't seen any of them, so
I haven't seen any other. So it may be, but I haven't. I have to look at some of the other ones, and after this one, I have zero desire to do so.
yeah. I
My
heard
issue
Lion
with
King was really bad.
Lion King, yeah. So my issue with what they're doing, and I understand to an extent what they're doing, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring these old films, which realistically, especially if you go with the old ones like Dumbo or Jungle Book, or these really old films that they're remaking, you bring those movies out, you can't re-release them in the theater, and you can't because they're movies of their time. That's like about the Looney Tunes and how Looney Tunes had a lot of stuff that you can't play now. You know what I mean? Because it was of its time. Bugs Bunny used to be in blackface. They used to make fun of Asians.
That's
You know,
true.
so you can't do that stuff. You can't put that into a theater now. You know, so a lot of these films came out during times at that point. So they're like, we can't re-release these because of this. So let's do it different and eliminate some of that stuff. But by doing so, you're taking away a little bit of its essence. And I get that some of it is of its time and it should be kept at its time, but it's not the same, and it's ruining the experience of it. Again, I still walked away from the film enjoying it, humming some of the music because it does use some of the original songs, and there were humorous parts. Will Smith still is funny. He is Hitch. If it's one of my favorite films is Hitch. I don't know if anybody's seen Will Smith in
Yeah,
Hitch.
I've actually seen Hitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of his best roles, I think, as a comedic actor, and this feels like him. His version of the genie. Yeah, is kind of like that. And I laughed. I found myself laughing a lot of his jokes, which I normally don't. I usually find them just like So it's weird because it's this weird thing where it's still not good. I realize and I know that's not good. But I know that the reason I enjoyed it is because of how much it reminded me of the other ones. And frankly, I just wanted to see the other one again, instead of watching. So I just don't know if this is going to work for all of these. And I think at some point but they're making money. That's the truth is they're making money. So until they stop making, they're not going to fucking stop. So yeah, that, gentlemen, is all I've been doing. And we are back, guys, and it is time for the useless news that you guys can use
and not abuse.
Oh, God.
Because we're not abusers.
Jesus Christ, with the
No,
abuse.
we're not. Jeez.
I mean, you should see some of the abuse I get over here. I'm just saying.
I
kid.
He knows about it. He knows about
yeah.
it. I mistreat him. Remember?
He abuses me too. Remember?
I kid because I love.
It is tough love.
It
That's
is
what it is. Yes.
First news right off the top, and this is probably, from what I can see, probably the biggest news of the week so far. And maybe not. The Last of Us Part 2 will resurface at Sony's next State of Play show. The next episode of State of Play, which is Sony's semi-regular video series for PlayStation News, will air Tuesday, September 24th, the company announced yesterday. The show will begin about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will run for about 20 minutes, Sony said on their vlog. Viewers will see new game reveals, new content from PlayStation Worldwide Studios, and a host of other updates, although they shouldn't hold out any hope for any information on Sony's next-gen plans. The article also teased a fresh new look for the State of Play series itself. So this, I believe, if my numbers don't deceive me, is their third State of Play, guys. Are you excited to hear any upcoming news? Consider how silent Sony has been for the last, 6 months?
Wow. Yeah, I am.
Not really.
Oh, I am. I'm hoping they show interesting things.
I think I kind of had enough news about it. It's ready. Like I don't need to know anything more about this game. To be quite honest,
well, which game are you referring to?
Wait. He meant
Last of
the
Us
state of
2.
play overall, right?
Gotcha. Okay. Huh?
Yeah.
But when you said about expectations, you were talking about the state of play overall.
No, he's talking about
No,
Last
yeah.
of Us
Overall,
2.
what updates and stuff they're going to come on.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
it is said, yeah, they do seem to hold that Last of Us will be here, but I believe what's going to be will be the release date, which I can stand to hear what that is. You know what I mean?
It better be. I
I
don't
agree.
know. I feel like enough information. Like we had an E3 a couple of years ago, the last one that was pretty much themed around Last of Us, right?
Mm.
And this game, I don't know. I want to play it, obviously, yeah, but am I like, excited like to hear the latest news? No, I think I know enough already, and to hear more, it's just gonna be to start spoiling stuff that I really rather be playing. So we even saw gameplay.
Yeah,
We did. We did.
Yeah. So what I mean, this state of play, if anything, will have to be about the release. The release date should be the only thing. You know,
well,
obviously
yeah,
they're
but
gonna.
that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be more to it. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for the state of play, even though I probably won't be able to watch it. But I'm excited to see what news it brings with it.
What about Ghost of Tsushima? We haven't seen that one in a little bit, and we haven't heard anything about it.
Right, I keep forgetting about that game.
Exactly.
That's supposed to be a current gen release. So
exactly. My point is, we already know what Sony has for until the end of this generation, basically, right? So is the fact that they're taking this long because they don't really have anything else?
Well,
I mean, we know they don't have anything else.
I mean, when you look at E3, you don't see just games that are going to come out this year.
So you think they'll show off PS5 games?
I mean, I don't know if they'll even.
I mean, they won't call it PS5, but let's say, for instance, like Horizon Zero Dawn, right? If they show something regarding it, even though we know obviously it's not going to come out to next gen.
I don't think so. I don't think there's. Oh, I don't think anything gets mentioned that has to do with PS5 at all. No games, no titles or anything like that.
Well, I hope they surprise you. Damn it! I hope they surprise you.
I hope. I hope they don't.
You are wrong.
I hope they don't disappoint you. Because your expectations seem to be a little too high for what this is gonna end up being.
They weren't at E3 where you kind of like show off all your biggest stuff. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, no, and look at what they showed this last E3 this year. Oh wait,
that's exactly
what you just said. So I am interested to see what there's. I'm sure there are going to be some smaller titles, perhaps not, major first party titles. I'm sure they'll fill it in with some stuff. Those are the two that I like to see. I mean, I don't want to see any more of Last of Us. I already seen it. I'm already sold. Just give me the date. I do want to see some more Ghost of Tsushima, specifically because the old one looked great, but that's a while ago, and I want to see what it looks like now. And since Sekiro, it's like, okay, the bar has kind of been set, and I'm not expecting a Dark Souls type game like this, but the bar has been set when it comes to samurai / ninja action. And you got to show it to me. So you got to show me the goods.
Whatever. We got Neo 2 coming, son. That's the one that they're gonna show here. That's the one they're gonna come. They're gonna talk about, and that one looks cool.
Okay,
that was my piece. Next up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had ruined it. Sorry.
No. I'm saying it was the state of play. That was my news piece there. Who's next?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, no, you go.
Okay. I mean, I only have two pieces of news, honestly, this week. I'm gonna start with the one that I care for more. Honestly, I know that we don't talk about comic books, like the actual comic books, a lot, but in 5 days, Spawn number 301 releases. That means that it will be the record holder for the longest running American creator owned comic book.
Oh, okay, that's something to be proud of. Yeah.
Yeah, the current record is tied between Spawn and Dave Sims' Cerebus, which I have no idea what it is. And yeah, I mean, he's definitely proud of it. He's just been going on about it on social media, and I am super excited. I can't say that I have kept up with it because I have an issue with monthly comic books, pun intended. I like if I like to read the whole story arc in one go because I can't stand too many cliffhangers.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. Same way.
So I think I'm up to issue 112, if I'm not mistaken, and then I bought another book that should give me another 12 issues in one go. And I'm gonna have to start, unfortunately, buying them individually after that, so I can catch up to 300 and whatever the hell it'll be at that point. But yeah, man, and the thing is that he has never rebooted Spawn like DC and Marvel have done with their.
It's just a continuous story.
It has been one continuous story. Yeah, they may have some sort of a soft reboot here and there, but they incorporate it into the story, so it's one continuous story regardless. You know?
Yeah.
And honestly, while Spawn is my absolute favorite superhero, I had to bring it up. Todd McFarlane it's amazing.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah. I just hope that the movie is anywhere near as good as either the comic or the animated TV show.
I hope so, sir. I hope so, just for your sake. If anything, it's got. If it's just better than the last movie, is that a win?
I mean, that won't be hard to beat.
True.
And I think from what this just an extra news here that he's been having trouble getting funds for the movie. There's just some things that I've seen here and there, and I know that he wants to direct it himself. So as far as I know, Blumhouse Production was okay with that. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Mr. Santos, what you got?
One of your favorite games of this year, Anthem, BioWare's. BioWare's looter shooter. You remember that game, right? It came out this year, believe it or not. I know.
It feels like years ago. Yeah.
It feels like it's the same bin as Fallout 76. Like,
to be fair, I was thinking, so does the Division 2, and the Division 2 was great. I even want to play more of that because that game got me super hooked, or super hooked. but yeah, Anthem. So you know how they had a plan for content. Well, they're scrapping all that because the game is just too bad to try to keep it alive that way. It needs some major resuscitation. So BioWare is moving away from the act structure of to updates. BioWare is changing how content updates will work on Anthem. According to the post from BioWare, the studio is moving away from the act structure for Anthem updates, as I said already. Chad Robert, head of light services, said instead to expect additional seasonal updates planned for this year. And the quote is, these events will deliver challenges and chases similar to what you have seen, and are built around some fun themes we're bringing to the game. Now that's a challenge. They are long-term changes being brought to Anthem, according to the post, but BioWare isn't ready to discuss those at the present. So I'm thinking, wasn't there a charge, and I'm pretty sure there was, for a season pass? What's gonna happen to all the season pass holders? I mean, if I'm mistaken, correct me, but
I mean, you're probably right. I might remember something like that, but
yeah. And also,
Anthem is still a thing.
Is it though?
Isn't it hilarious when you just think about it for a second? You know, that's still out there, isn't it?
I saw in one of the comments that even up till now is still basically the exact same game with the exact same boring loot and everything.
Well, that's what they're working. That's supposedly what they're working on addressing, since they're not going to release, brand new acts anymore. And I don't know, man. That game is literally the worst case scenario BioWare could have. You got to imagine this company's plan for everything, or at least you hope they do. You hope they go with the mindset of, yeah, we have a hit here, and this is our target goal. We're gonna sell this many millions. But if something goes wrong, I mean, what could go wrong? And this is literally the worst case scenario for them.
I want to say, like, we kind of saw this coming, right? I feel like shortly beforehand, we're like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I feel this is going to crash and burn. And while I figured it was going to not probably do as well as everything, but just from the things that we were hearing, man, did it just crash and burn? Even worse than I can possibly think of. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there have been games that have been on that stage at the beginning. I mean, hello, No Man's Sky, and Final Fantasy 14 says hi. By the way.
Yep, that is very true.
And they have completely reversed course, especially Final Fantasy 14. When you think about it, now Final Fantasy 14 was a whole reconstruction, not even a reconstruction. That was a do-over.
Oh, they went as far as literally shutting down all the servers so they could work on it.
Yeah. That was okay. We're gonna make another game called Final Fantasy 14. You guys, give us some time. Give us 2 years. You'll see it's gonna be better, and it ended up being that.
I get it, but
massive game. That's quite a work.
I get it. I just don't see EA doing that. No, I don't see EA doing that at all. As a matter of fact, I'm sure they're looking for any quick way out of it. What's our next big thing?
I mean, Dragon Age 4.
Yeah, maybe. But you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It just feels like they're not going to do that. Hello Games had to do that because they're an indie studio. No one was going to fund anything else out of them if they did not, reverse course.
Yeah.
The other one, Square, like it or not, they have work ethics. They're like, this is a project of ours, and we need to do something right here. You know what I mean? And it was already.
I think I would say more.
Listen, I mean, you can even say what you want about Final Fantasy 15, whatever. That's a great looking game. The game, it's so there is a certain pride when it comes to the projects and stuff that they do. You know what I'm saying? And that pride, obviously, for the maker of Final Fantasy 14 said, you know what? No, this cannot be how I leave this. And I'm sure he had to talk the hell out of the executives for them to do it, but he did. They did it, and that happened. I'm sorry, you can talk to the execs out in freaking EA till your face is blue. They're gonna say no. This is already costing us way too much. We're moving the fuck on. And that's what I see happening. And it's just like, at this point, I'm like, let the shit die. No one cares about Anthem anymore.
Yeah, but the problem is, if they let this shit die, that is finally accepting the fact that BioWare is dead. Then in that case, because I'm sorry, but Dragon Age 4 will have to be the best game of all time to try to salvage this, this thing, because I mean they killed Mass Effect. Remember?
Okay. I don't know if they killed Mass Effect.
I don't want this.
They fucking killed Mass Effect.
I don't want this game, as much as bad as it is. I don't want it to die. Because just honestly, if they gave me a game with those flying mechanics, I would dive into it hard. But you gotta give me something with it. You know what I'm saying? Because those movements, you can't find that anywhere else. And if they were banking on that,
about
the flying, how great it felt. So.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It was the only thing, and you can't find that anywhere. What other game literally lets you be Iron Man without being Iron Man?
Oh, now you made it difficult.
You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. There's nothing out there, and they whoever's fault it is, whether it's BioWare or EA, they just fell flat on their face with everything else.
Well, that's the sad part thing, right? The fact that even that that super secret report that from, oh my god, what's his name? the Kotaku, the best thing that Kotaku has.
Jason Schreier.
Jason Schreier, and interviewing, employees and ex-employees of BioWare and people in the know, that this was not EA's fault, which it's a surprising part, that this was all, BioWare, and that's concerning, because here we are blaming, big bad EA because they are big bad EA, but you gotta tell me that Anthem's failures was poor planning, was changing stuff in the last minute, was really cutting off content and doing stuff like that, and monetizing, trying to monetize like crazy, and this is not EA. Then BioWare is already corrupt to where, yes, it needs to die. It needs to. I mean, to be fair, I don't want anybody losing their job, right? That's not my intention. I'm just saying. I'm just wondering if the brand has any weight anymore. Like, are you excited about the next BioWare game, whatever ends up being announced?
I would like to be. I would like to be excited for Dragon Age.
Yes. Dude, Dragon Age is. I love Dragon Age Origins, and I really like Inquisition, but like I don't like I would not touch this one until I start seeing stellar reviews and vetted for like a month.
But that's
so that
fine.
I know they're not gonna try to monetize the crap out of it.
I wouldn't buy into it. I wouldn't buy into it first day either. Especially what happened with Anthem. That's beside the point. I still want to be excited for it.
I mean, I can appreciate that. I can definitely appreciate that. Yeah. I've already said for a long time, I think at this point, that I have a vote of zero confidence in anyone related to that organization on that end. And I said that before Anthem, and here we are after Anthem, and I'm like, I still have the same little faith that I had before. I have none now. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's a shame. I get it. I get what you're saying, Chaos. I get that too. I don't want to see something fail, and especially a game that had flickers of potential, but this is what happened when it comes out half baked. You know what I mean? And there's just no salvaging it. Yes, there is a possibility of salvaging it if they put the work into it, but I just don't see it happening because they're now having to move on to the next big thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's just sad.
Yeah, and it's the shameful part. It's just they're not the other ones. And let's be real. Final Fantasy 14 and the other one from Hello Games. What is it? No Man's Sky. These are anomalies. Right? These are not something that happens. People don't go back and rework a game till it's completely fake after a few years. That doesn't happen. They did that, and you look at it, man, that's amazing. It's amazing because no one does that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. It's like, man, we did the best we can. Let's move on to the next thing. And that's the shameful part. That's why it's not going to happen for Anthem, unfortunately. Even though, yes, I would like it to, but it's not going to. And I think we need to move on just as quickly as they need to move on.
Yeah,
they need you just to let it go.
When I read that comment that the game, after all these patches and updates and whatever else, that it was still the same boring loot and everything, I felt heartbroken because like they really couldn't like at least mildly better. Nothing really.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's just one comment, and it's a little harsh to take just one comment and there's the whole game based on that, but like I did play the beta. We played the beta.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Yeah, and I saw the videos, and it looked the same.
If you play the beta, you pretty much
play the game. Yeah.
So,
like Destiny. Remember Destiny? No,
by the way, I might be considering a comeback to Destiny.
Oh,
well, you have to. They have this next chapter coming in. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that you're not gonna be. I speak for myself. I'll probably be playing that next chapter also, and I'm not a huge fan of Destiny.
I might do it on PC.
Oh, snap it!
There's cross save.
Yes, there is.
There's cross save, and if I can just transfer, use the same character on PS4 or PC. That'd be great.
It's not as ideal as that. You're gonna have to commit. Yeah, you're gonna You have to commit the if you want to play. Like I brought my PS4 character to PC, and then I realized, oh shit, I gotta play Forsaken again. With this particular character, which is the one that I've been bringing from, first Destiny, but for the continuity. And but if I do, once I do that, I don't think it's available on PS4 now.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to come with the Shadow Keep thing. That's what I was told by one of the biggest Destiny fans that I know that has stuck with this game since it started to this day. Every time I see him, he looks like Destiny, and I'm like, I'm dead ass. He actually says this. Okay, he just looks at me. I say hi to him, and if I see him from a distance, Destiny, like, bro, seriously?
Yeah, he's
that's a true fan right there.
So last time I spoke to him, that we actually had a chance to talk about, he gave me the whole lowdown on it, and that was included, that you could, go between whichever, and it would be the same character. So I don't know. You can
bring it, but I don't think it's back and forth. I mean, I would love to be wrong. That'd be bad cool if I could just pick up the game on PlayStation, then go to PC, and then vice versa. But I'll tell you what the problem with that is. I don't think that's possible because I don't think the stuff that, like, if you have, let's say I have, what is it, silver? If I have silver accumulated on my PS4 account, I have to have used it all because it won't transfer to the PC. I already that's already been confirmed. So that's what I'm saying. I think this is just a one-way.
Damn, that's kind of weak.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sony. Oh,
all right.
Cross save for you. No, this is not Sony. This is just.
I know. I just wanted to blame them. That's all.
Blame Canada.
So, man, what's your next piece?
My next piece is a twofer, and it will be my last piece because there really isn't much else going on. Starting from the top, NBC is going to launch their own streaming service in 2020 because why the hell not? And it's going to be called Peacock.
Oh, God, no.
You're lying.
No, not lying at all.
Oh my lord!
Another streaming site officially joins the feeding frenzy. NBC Universal unveils the name of its streaming service on Tuesday, Peacock. And I will say it every time. I'm just going to say it like with that emphasis every time.
Oh, God.
Every time you hear it. And said it's scheduled to launch April 2020. The company did not announce pricing or distribution details, saying it will provide details closer to release. NBC Universal previously said the service would offer ad-supported and subscription options. Along with the name, NBC revealed the content lineup that will be on Peacock. New television show.
I hope this will end soon.
Oh, God, yeah.
New television shows. A reboot to Battlestar Galactica from the Mr. Robot makers.
I'm interested on that.
Sure.
But I won't subscribe to Peacock.
Yeah. Dr. Death is another new show. Brave New World, blah, blah, blah. And also feature reboots to Saved by the Well and Punky Brewster.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yes. Unfortunately. Peacock will also host movies from Universal Pictures, Focus Features, DreamWorks Animations, and Illumination Studios. Features such as Jaws, Mamma Mia, Breakfast Club, Shrek. Yeah, I'm not buying into this, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, NBC.
Can I make a question here?
Of course.
If I may intrude. Is this sustainable? Because it doesn't seem like it.
You guys remember when we all hated cable and Comcast and all those, and we kind of preferred to have our channels a la carte? Well, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to have 15 different streaming things. Like
this, you know what this feels like? You saw Aladdin, right? Mad Dog? And you remember where he's described, or maybe this might be a deleted scene. I think this was a deleted scene where he's describing all the wishes that he has that he have granted, but he have wished them. He have granted them in a literal sense, to where if a guy wanted to, anything he touches turns to gold. If he claps, only he's touching his other hand, he will turn himself into gold. Mm-hmm. And it's like that whole "be careful what you wish for." Mm-hmm. This feels like a genie's granted wish. The worst case
I agree that this is obviously yes, obviously this is what we are kind of asking for, but not these service like CBS. I don't tune in CBS. I don't tune in anything that's in CBS. I didn't care less what's in CBS. Nothing there interests me. NBC, I've just listed a bunch of shit that they're coming out with. None of that shit interests me.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't even for me. You know what I'm saying? What will they'll have to secure something that I desperately want to see, and nothing NBC ever does really is in my ballpark. So is it sustainable? Unfortunately, it is because NBC is a huge network, just like CBS is. And my sister is a subscriber, for instance, to CBS, and she watches all this shit all the time. She enjoys it. Unfortunately, it is sustainable because not like NBC's coming off the air. It's just a separate service. So it's on top of what they already offer.
But,
so,
but what if they start leaving their premium shows for the streaming service, and what they're playing on the regular network is their old crap rerun?
They're gonna start running exclusive content on the.
They're gonna start no, that's what they're doing, right? Because that's what CBS does. The CBS, the thing for Star Trek, I can't remember what it's called.
Star Trek Discovery.
Discovery, that's a series that's only available on their streaming service.
Yeah,
but they're literally, like cutting their own legs off because it's like the reason people aren't switching over is because they don't want to do a service. So you're not making people jump. No one really is jumping to CBS that I know of because I don't know anybody. No one in the circle of people that I know, other than my sister, tunes into CBS service. You know what I mean? So it's like
how much are the services?
I don't know how much they didn't know. They didn't mention anything on the NBC has not released anything on theirs, and I don't know how much CBS is.
Because if you make it something like $5 a month, for example, and I can pick 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I have 5 different channels. Let's say, I mean, not me because I don't watch that much TV, but let's say, for example, that I did, and I picked up my 5 favorite networks, and I paid them a stipend of $50 a month for all of them. That'd be something else. But no, Disney comes in and say we can be Netflix, $7.99, but for now because it's really gonna be $15.
Of course.
And then the other one says it's gonna be $10. How is that a good thing though? What do you mean?
Because when it comes to stuff like the reason Netflix was able to move the needle up, add $1 here, add $1 there. To me, I never complained about it because I was like, hey, I'm enjoying the content. But they were able to move it up because they were the one that everybody's going to. Mm-hmm. You start introducing more people into this realm. Into the realm of everything. Well, guess what? Now they're all competing. No one can just go up and move up the needle. It's like the thing with cell phones, right? Back in the day, cell phones when you had it, everybody started cutting each other's leg off. You had the free nights and weekends. Okay, now these guys have to offer free nights. Everybody offers free nights and weekends, right? Yeah. You had all this stuff before, and now we have the best possible service that we couldn't have back in the day. It's the same thing.
That's true. Yeah.
So Netflix is going to get stuck at whatever rate they're at. They're going to get stuck here because they realize we can't move the needle up because everyone is under us. Yeah. And if we move it up, it's possible they go real. Exactly. So this works good for the consumer. The only problem when it comes to the content that gets locked away in somewhere else.
Yeah, that's a
that's the only issue.
It cuts both ways. Yeah, at that point, because if content start cutting, if content gets cuts away, then that's the part that I'm concerned about. Yes, I get the competition portion is awesome, but only if you want to, if you want to back one of these services.
I am. I'm still debating on Disney, but I'm not letting go. Everything I watch Netflix so much is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Amazon, I'm definitely not gonna live with Amazon because I do so much things on Amazon anyway, and Hulu we enjoy. So those are the 3. If I had a 4th, maybe. For right now, I'm enjoying them.
Apple TV.
Yeah. The only thing is that
$5 a month.
Isn't Disney bundling up with Hulu or something for a while? I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah, they're doing it's a 3-year, three things. They're going to get ESPN, which also has its own service for the record.
Yeah, but that's owned by Disney already.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying, you can actually get that service now separately, and Hulu separately, and then Disney Plus, and then the 3 are being combined and at a ridiculously great price at $12.99. I may buy into that. You know what I mean? Because I do need to get some ESPN, and because I don't have ESPN right now, I don't have network TV, so I'm constantly missing out on that. And yes, I watch football, guys, so that's how it works. I need some ESPN.
I don't have any interest in the ESPN part, but having Disney and Hulu at the same time for $13, I mean, damn.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Uh, the second part of the twofer, guys. A little sad news. I don't know if you know this. NBC Universal Games Publishing Division has unfortunately shut down.
Really?
I didn't even know that they were still there.
Unbelievable, right? It's like shocking news. The NBC Universal Games Division is going to be shutting down less than 3 years after it was even expanded. While this won't be the end of games made by made from intellectual property owned by NBC Universal, it will mean that it will no longer, be producing them in house. This is interesting news. Some of the properties they own, Jurassic Park, and through the DreamWorks animation, they have Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, stuff like that. Those are the games essentially we're referring to. But they themselves decided to go into making them indoors, and actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Chaos, you owned a Jurassic Park game recently where it was build your own park.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game.
That's one of their games. That's one of the ones they actually did in house.
Park World Evolution or some shit like that. I don't remember.
Like yeah. So yeah,
pretty chill game.
Easy come, easy go.
It was so entertaining to let loose a couple of raptors or a T-Rex and watch them eat people.
It's the little things in life, right?
Yeah, yes. So for my next piece, Apex Legends Season 3.
Oh, snap.
Scheduled for October 1st. It'll come with a new legend, Crypto, which apparently some kind of hacker that uses gadgets and whatnot.
So he is that lady from Overwatch. What's her name?
You're talking about
Talking about Mortal Kombat?
Jason is gonna hate me.
Sombra, yeah. Yeah, from
Sombra. Come on.
Overwatch.
No, but she doesn't. I mean, he doesn't hack other players. He just has gadgets, and apparently he can, like, I don't know, like open doors and shit with him. I'm not exactly entirely sure of it because I haven't even watched the trailer for it. Yes, it's a trailer for it if you want to check it out. I haven't finished everything in Season 2 yet, but I guess I gotta hurry up because by October, that's what?
It's gone.
Yeah, we got like 11 days or whatever. Hell shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
They're also bringing in a new gun, and I'm kind of excited for this.
Oh.
If you guys had
Super Mozambique.
If you guys had any doubts that this was set in the actual Titanfall universe, the charge rifle.
Charge rifle.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, it's an anti-Titan weapon, mind you, and it's going to be added to Apex Legends. Yes.
Titans
Can't wait to blow people up with that motherfucker.
Titans are coming to Titanfall. I mean to
Apex.
Yeah, Apex confirmed.
But I remember using that rifle in the PvP in Titanfall, and let me tell you, it was super satisfying once you aimed that at a pilot. Okay.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, it was hard to hit him because it charges and it's just one straight line, and it could just dodge it. But when you did, God, it was satisfying. So I can't wait to do that again. Yes.
Wow.
Not entirely sure. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be any map changes, but I'm guessing so because why not? So I guess we shall be looking forward to that.
Peacock.
Oh God. Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know how excited I am about the next season really because I didn't really get into. I mean, I really like the skins for Season 2, but I got them kind of early on and kind of like lost interest after that. And the way you leveled up the battle pass is by doing challenges, which can be supremely annoying. So
I don't like when game
sounds
forces...
like grinding, basically.
Yeah.
I rather just play games and get XP and level it up, honestly, because then I don't have to be worried about like, I gotta get 50 headshots with an assault rifle.
Yeah,
I can't pick this. Yeah, I can't pick this gun up, or like I should pick this gun up because I gotta do this challenge.
Even though you're probably fucking over your teammates, that could be
because I'm not good with this weapon or whatever.
Yeah, they could really use your A game, and in the meantime, you're just being experimental with the rifle.
I mean, I guess at some point you should try other things, but I don't know. I don't know. They could have handled there could have been a bonus to the XP that you're getting. I think would have been better than actually locking it behind it. That's the only way you get XP for the battle pass is through challenge.
Oh, well, that's crappy.
Yeah, well, that's my second piece. I have an extra one that I found out today. It's
Whip it
there's
out.
a, oh,
Whoa.
okay. I just always was told to keep it in my pants.
No, don't whip that out, sir. Whip out your next piece of news.
No, just this is a small extra piece of news. Apparently the casting for the new Mortal Kombat movie is done.
Oh.
Oh.
The last one, the last one I saw today was for Melina, which because obviously it's going to be some level of controversy. She's not exactly as in game. She's African American.
Played by
That's a problem.
She's gonna be played by Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, no. So, but I've seen the cast. It looks amazing. They're scheduled to start. I think it's in a week to start filming, and the movie is scheduled for 2021. So a little bit of time for that. But I'm excited for this. I am excited for this. Yes, the cast looks great. I know some of them from other movies. I think there's one from the Raid. I think he's the one playing Sub-Zero, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wait,
it's one of the
main
one of-
character or one
No,
of the
not the
villains?
main character. Not the main
Okay.
character.
Okay.
I can't remember which character, but I know he was in the Raid. So yeah, this God, I hope they do this right. I can't wait for this. Just
Yeah.
woo. I can't wait to see Sub-Zero ripping somebody's spine off. It should be fun.
All right, all right.
Mr. Santos, what you got?
Well, first of all, I just want to wish you guys a happy Dark Knight day, a week. Happy Dark Knight week. Evidently, this is Batman's week for some reason. I don't know exactly, but I guess I'll find out here. Because right now, Epic Games,
Oh,
the makers of Fortnite. I was gonna make a joke about Batman being on Fortnite, but that's actually a thing. That is actually happening for real. Well, that's not the piece of news, because who cares about that?
it's just
I
an
would
extra
say-
right there, sprinkled in.
Yeah. Just if you play Fortnite, more power to you. They're gonna have an event with Batman, but also you can claim not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but six Batman games, including the Arkham Collection, because it's free this week on the Epic Game Store. So this is another week, another round of free games at Epic Game Store. This week, two collections of Batman games are up for grabs: the Batman Arkham Collection and the Lego Batman Trilogy. There's a total of 6 free games for Epic Store users, and they're free to claim from now until September 26th. And of course, you guys already know that that's the thing with Epic Store. They have so much money,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to attract so many people to their store that they basically every week or I forgot what is the actual schedule, but they actually give you a free game for you to download. You don't have to purchase anything. You don't have to subscribe to anything. You just get it for having their game launcher. Which of course I have it because I'm playing Control, which right now is exclusive to the Epic Game Store. So is Borderlands 3, but more on that later. The Batman Arkham collections include Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, and Batman Arkham Knight, which I was kind of surprised because I thought that game was retired because it could never be fixed on PC. So I was surprised to see that. I don't know. Maybe they fixed it.
Maybe they epically fixed it.
Nice.
No, evidently it has been on it's on Steam also. So I don't know. And also the Batman Lego Trilogy, which is actually the one that I picked up. It's also free. The trilogy pack includes Lego Batman, the video game, Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes, and Lego Batman 3, Beyond Gotham. So I don't know. Those games are just like silly and dumb, and if you need something mindless to do, have a good time, collecting Lego pieces, you can have at it, and they're free, so why not? Why the heck not?
I've always heard that the Lego games are actually pretty good.
They are.
Most of them, actually.
They are. The thing is, the formula has already been done to death. So, whatever new franchise comes out and they try to Legofy it, it feels forced. It feels like, oh, really, guys? Like when they did the Hobbit. I think the Hobbit game had a Lego version of it. I think,
but it was just Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it was Lord of the Rings. Yeah, but by that time, like it was awesome when they did it with Star Wars, and it was cool when they started doing it with Batman also. But then they just went downhill from there with everything.
Oh, I mean, Batman must have been great because it was its own character. It's not like it was imitating a movie or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was a movie about Lego Batman.
I know there was two, and they're great.
There are two. Yeah, I need to see them.
I watched them both.
I want to watch them.
The first one is definitely better.
Yeah, I'll watch them. I was going through the list here, but I don't have a twofer. I think I'm just gonna leave with that because everything else is like stuff that you guys know already because he has been posted. Because you guys are awesome about keeping track.
Oh, by the way, you did mention this up to the 26th, right?
Yeah,
they're free.
Yeah. You can download.
You got 5 days since the posting of this. This is 6 days from now. Depending
when this goes out, you will either have 4 days or no days.
All right, guys. So stay tuned. We'll be back with our hot topic.
Hot topic.
It is time for our hot topic of the week.
Peacock!
Oh my god.
Peacock it is. No, not Peacock. No.
Hot topic. Let me just at least say it once.
I know. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Our hot topic, guys, again is E3 Rebranded. And this I'm pulling from the news is coming from GameDaily.biz. And so here's it goes. Just kind of give you a little gist of what's coming to E3. The ESA is trying to rebrand E3 as a quote fan media and influencer festival.
So is the Fire Festival then? That's what I'm hearing.
This for next year's event. In a pitch deck intended for the lobbying group's members, the ESA says it has plans to adapt its offering in response to feedback gathered from publishers. As part of its overhaul, the group proposes, leaning into influencers and paid celebrity deals with talent representation agencies like UTA and CAA. I don't know who those are, but they're talent agencies.
Probably like basketball players.
It's going to be a music show now?
It looks that way. The deck includes 2 examples of these high-profile celebrity activations, including members of the Los Angeles Lakers, there you go, playing a basketball video game in front of its fans, or actors competing in a tournament. These attractions rely on a massive change to the E3 show floor. The presentation, includes samples of what the LA Convention Center will look like. Here's the part that kind of really threw me off. The lobbying group says that it hopes to create, quote, exclusive appointment-only activations for select attendees that will create buzz and FOMO, unquote. Do you guys know what FOMO is?
I have no fucking... What is FOMO?
FOMO is fear of missing out.
Oh, God.
That's what that is. For the record, guys. Fear.
Serious?
Oh my God! This is marketing speak.
Yeah.
That corporate talk you love so much.
Oh God! Did you see? Did you say action? What was that? What was that term? Create action.
So I'll go back again. Quotes.
Yeah.
The lobbying group says it hopes to create, quote, exclusive appointment-only activations for select attendees who will create buzz and FOMO.
Activation. That's the that because we want our brands to synergize with engagements that brings the families closer together. Oh my God. Oh, that
Yeah.
level of
So
bullshit.
yeah. So on top of that, they are going to now actually maybe help some of us get more interested in. They're upping the gamer badge attendees by 10,000 gamers. So this is obviously the public. The public will allowed to go into the LA Convention Center, obviously with ticket prices, that they have to pay for. So anyway, so it's clear that E3 it just seems to be changing, guys. It seems to be like I don't know. I'm just like I don't see like I've always wanted to go E3. Like I've
Me
always
too.
wanted to go. That's one of those things where I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna have enough PTO, Dream Twister, and maybe I can even rope Chaos. We're just gonna head out to LA. We're gonna just go out there for a few days,
Show our
and we're gonna
GG badges.
yeah, we're gonna get our GG badges, and we're gonna do E3. You know what I mean? And I don't know, guys. I don't know how you feel about this, but I am not excited about what E3 is becoming. And clearly, doesn't seem like any of these people are coming back. You know what I mean? The ones who already left. So, what are your thoughts? Jump in, anybody.
I'll take it. Well, first I want to clarify. I believe the leak was intended to be a proposal. So I'm not sure there has been there hasn't been any official statements, but I'm not sure they're at the stage of this is going to change. This is going to be next year or whatever. They're basically E3 is in
The
E3 is in
proposal is
trouble
for
right now.
2020, for the record. That's
Yeah.
what the proposal is. So if it is happening, it is happening next
Oh,
year.
it's happening this year. Yeah, but it's still a proposal. It's still a proposal stage. The ESA could be like, no, come on, fuck, you guys are crazy. We don't want. Now, I don't think that's gonna happen. Actually, I can definitely see E3 changing because E3, the need for it has. It's not what it used to be. Companies do not need the show floor to deliver the message of their games. Obviously in this day and age, well, shit, what you just said it, actionable influencers
Oh my God.
and community engagement. Um, no, so it feels kind of archaic. I mean, I love E3 season just because it is that time of the year where you get to learn about the latest and greatest, and I especially love it around the time of new console, which next year we should at least start hearing about names being dropped and maybe even system shows and whatnot, hopefully. But the essence of what E3 was, it's like the companies are leaving.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
they
a
don't
trade
need. They
show.
are
Yeah.
realizing. Yeah, they're realizing they cannot conduct businesses the way they used to be. The more this is more and more about just the trailers and the fans that are actually letting people letting the public in. I think they're just saying like, you know what, we should probably follow Gamescom model, where they have a second floor where they actually conduct the business, but the show floor is all about the fans.
Mhm.
Uh, and but the thing that concerns me is that I don't like the way they seem to be going around it, which is that stupid idea of, oh well, we need celebrities
Celebrities. Mhm.
to be pitching their games, but the celebrities like they probably don't even care, you know, and so it feels very artificial. It feels very forced, very corporate, which is why I don't want. I would rather end up going to a penny arcade, to a
Mhm.
PAX show,
Facts. Yeah.
that E3, if E3 becomes this, because imagine this. Now they're gonna let what 10,000 more people in.
Hmm.
All right, so imagine the lines to play a game have all duplicated now. All right, and I think the idea for people waiting in line. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think I heard the term, which is even more.
Oh, I got it here if you want to hear it. Yeah.
Please say it.
So before I get to it, I wanted to hear real quick, and I'll get to what it is for the lines, but I just wanted to hear real quick PEACOCK's take on it.
Well, it truly depends if. Okay, I understand that Sony doesn't show anything at E3 anymore, and apparently Nintendo doesn't either, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so they have their way.
They have a direct, but it's not at E3. It's just aired around the time. Yeah.
So this is not gonna bring them back, right? In no way. They don't.
No. If anything, having the public there, they actually make.
I'm trying to find ways, because again, this is something that, like you said, that you've always wanted to go. It's always been my dream to go into an E3, always. And it would really suck that it would like turn to shit like as soon as I could be able to, or even plan to, for it to like change into something we don't like. I don't want to say hate, because it might be early for that, because honestly we don't know. I don't see the point of getting influencers or artists or whatever in the mix of all this. I understand that some of these people are gamers, like Terry Crews, for example, and I know a few more that don't pop into my head right now. So I know, because gaming it appeals widely to a lot of people. So who wants to see the Lakers play NBA 2K21 or whatever?
Get their asses handed to them by some scrawny white boy.
Yeah, let's say that one or two know how to play, but then the other, I don't know if they are four don't know anything or whatever, how many people are. Then what's the point? What are you doing here? Like, is it for just fun and kicks? Yeah, but will it attract people? That's what you want, right?
Well, I don't like the idea of the influencers, but I do understand that influencers are ridiculously effective, and it's because they're normally low cost. Because all you got to do is just like give them the promise of a game. I mean, not all of them, obviously. Some of them, most of them will get paid proper. But like in this day and age, where any and everybody, will be willing to I don't want to say not sell out, but do, because when you're an influencer, you kind of that's your job.
Get a paycheck.
That's your job, exactly. Yeah, you want to get a paycheck, and you want to inform. Be one of the frontline informers of hey, this is what's coming out. From this company, so and so. I mean, you got to do it. You got to do influencers no matter what. So I'm okay with that. From it's a necessary evil. The part of this of the celebrities, I mean, they have done that before, or already, and it has never gone well.
Yeah,
except for that one lady from Ubisoft.
From Ubisoft.
Oh my God, what's her name? The only celebrity that will announce shows at Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Oh gosh, I remember her name.
I'm forgetting her name. She's awesome.
Yeah, she was awesome. Yeah,
I am definitely worried about the future of E3, and this just does not inspire any confidence or hope at all.
There is no hope.
I wish there was a way to fix it. Like what can you do to fix E3? Just show more games? Like, would that be the way to do it?
No, because it's not up to them. It's not up to the ESA to have them show more games. The companies are the ones that are going to, and they can't force the companies to show up if they don't want to show up. I mean, the most they can do is say, well, we're just gonna sell your space to or convert it into a basketball court where the influencers can play the celebrities. That's the most they can do.
So then what do you do then?
Well, what they're it's trying to convert it to is, like you mentioned, Gamescom. So Gamescom, let me get some numbers up here. Biggest gaming exhibitions. This is a tweet from Daniel Ahmad, and basically says, kind of gives you the average crowds. And these are crowds. These are the number of like people not related to the publishers or any type of whatever. Gamescom at the top, 373,000 people attend, and that was just this year. Next to that is an event called China Joy, 365,000. All right, and I will skip a few here because I don't know a lot of these. Paris Games Week, 316,000. Tokyo Game Show, 262,000. E3 2019, 66,000. So it is a small show compared to those. So I think what they're trying to do is to try to sort of get, you know what I mean, trying to get up there. I just don't know if they have the capacity to do so. Plus, like you were, Dream Twister was mentioning, you know, you're already expected to wait a long time for a game to just to play a game for 5 minutes. You know, adding another God knows how many people to the thing, I don't know if that's going to help. But they do have some stuff that they propose to try to help that, to kind of mitigate the wait times. A digital app has been proposed, and on paper this basically reads similar to Disney's Fast Pass system, that they use in amusement parks. Users will register for a demo time window and come back later to avoid the waiting for the hours online. That's one of the things. The ESA does have plans to take advantage of those long demo wait times, though. The group has plans for what it calls Q-tainment.
That's the term.
Okay.
Q-tainment.
What?
To market to those in line. So obviously, if you're standing in line anyway, what better way to get a message to somebody than to literally corner them online, right? They can't run away because you don't want to lose your spot in line. Exactly. Yeah. So that's smart and scary at the same time. This two-prong approach creates a rich opportunity for E3 exhibitors. Either they will have access to consumer data captured through the app, or they will have captive audience as people wait in line for demos. So, yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's
like I said, more and more I'm just going, oh, this show does not sound like, I don't know, guys. I really don't know.
Let's be real here. What the part that we're interested in watching on E3 for the most part, at least to me, in my case, are the press conferences.
I enjoy
those ones.
I do enjoy the press conference, but I know that if we go to E3, if that's a plan to go to E3, I had no illusions that it would not include the press conference. So we're actually going to the game show that actually starts after the conferences. So I know that I'm waiting online to play a game. I want to play a game that's not even out, a demo.
It's a half-assed dream. My full dream is going to the it's going to the presentation, man.
It's not a half-assed dream because we can try to sneak in. We can make some fake GG badges and go. You're from GG Media.
Yeah, exactly. We're media.
We're
influencers.
We're influencers. I know, right? God. You remember? You remember when I told you about the E3, the E3 dream for me will be ideally they show the games and then they're available to every consumer that wants to log in, and play them. I'm not thinking of every demo because obviously not every demo. They want to control most of the demos because they are vertical slices or not really a demo of what they're. It's kind of like a demonstration, but not really the final form of the game or whatnot. But in some other cases,
don't we call that betas?
No, because these are like super early alpha. This was pre-alpha. I'm talking about. Betas will be the ideal. Yeah, when you have something that the developer is like right next to you, telling you where to go, it's because they don't want you to touch something else because they know the game's gonna break.
Well, I know there's alpha and pre-alpha. I didn't know that would actually demo that to people.
They do control it, and it's been known that sometimes the people who are there are not the actual developers. They don't even have an answer for you. Why? How do I get them to jump up? You know what I mean? Because they're just there to shuffle you along, basically.
Or sometimes they play the game for you, like CD Projekt Red has been doing with Cyberpunk. They play the game for you because they don't want you touching the game yet because obviously you're gonna break it because it's not there. It's a pre-alpha. So but I remember that there was a particular E3 where at least there were two games at the Microsoft press conference that you could download the demo and play right there and then. And that's really cool because suddenly I don't have to wait in line, however many hours, probably the entire day of E3, which if I'm understanding correctly the level of queues, um, I can just play at home, you know. So I would love that approach. Of course, they wouldn't force they wouldn't like they wouldn't be forced to do that. They wouldn't care about doing that because that means, hey, you're not buying a ticket to go to the venue. You know what I mean? So they want you there. They want you there unless they sell kind of like a backstage, E3 at home, kind of like they do with BlizzCon, where you can attend, quote unquote, attend BlizzCon virtually. And
Oh yeah,
yeah, you
I
pay.
remember those tickets. You would get like pets for World of Warcraft and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that for E3.
Would be great.
That'd be
Would
great.
be amazing. I would
Yeah,
love some shit like that. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind paying for something like that
Me
if it gives
too.
me like that information, which I know I'm going to see on the main, but maybe deliver it in a different way, in an exclusive way. I don't know. I would at least try it 1 year to see, to see how it works out. But yeah, man, this they have to. The fact of the matter is that they have to uh
Adapt.
innovate. Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to innovate. They need to do something for the show, and we might be judging them too early. Also, maybe this
Yeah,
is the idea. This is what they can do right now on short notice because E3 2020 is coming around.
And we need something
I
because
mean,
we're losing people.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
We're
like I
losing
said. Like you're right. It is too early to judge them, but at the same time, like I said, it's not like this information and really inspires any confidence in them.
no, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
True.
Yeah.
My initial impression is I don't know how I feel about this.
You
But
can
yeah,
you can smell the desperation.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And I'm not saying that Sony's the one all save all, but there's a huge gap on the show floor missing from every because it's one thing where they go we're not doing a press conference. It's another thing we're not even there. There isn't a
Yeah.
Sony game you can play there. You're like, holy shit. It's like I don't know. I mean, and then of course and they're not even doing their what is the PlayStation experience either. So it's like, man, it's just completely missing. And I don't know. I was just taken aback by the changes that they were proposing, and I get it. It's a proposal, but at the same time, it's like it's clear the route they're trying to go to, or what they're trying to mimic when it looks at the other
I,
big.
I I don't think Sony is out of E3 entirely. I think that the fact that the word this year is just a realization that, yeah, guys, it's we already shown our hand. We already got everything laid out. We're not ready to talk about PS5 just yet. We don't want to make another we don't want to force an E3 when we have nothing to show. But coming next 2020, I bet there's gonna be a Sony press conference and a show floor presence
At E3?
because yeah, I do.
That's one of
I
your
can see it.
predictions?
I will put as my prediction. Yeah, if you guys want to write it down so I don't forget.
I got you.
Because
On my way.
because it, it's still an important venue for people to like sit down and try things, and especially if you have a new console, coming. What's the best way to actually have a lot of people, try it out? Especially if suddenly you're gonna have a lot of fans queuing up and getting Q
Qtainment.
retained, you know, while they wait. What better way would be for them to show, to deliver the message like, oh yeah, Microsoft, by the way, we're still here. Hold your horses on your next generation, crap. We're still here. And of course, I'm not saying this is gonna save E3 or anything like that, but I don't know. Maybe it's like, hey, look at this is a different situation, but something that I saw the other day, and it kind of made me think like, yeah, that's smart. Even though it smells like desperation, I mean, what else can they do? And that is GameStop, who has been doing very, very poorly, in the last few years, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they have had to close a lot of stores. Unfortunately, a lot of underperforming stores. They're just axing them out. So what is their strategy? Well, they're planning on redesigning some of the stores into something that it's a little bit more welcoming and accommodating towards people, to not just bring them out in the door, but keep them there. Maybe entice them with getting a copy of whatever game they're playing, and maybe play some board games. Who knows? Like suddenly, GameStop becomes actually kind of an entertaining place to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that there's some plans for there. Yeah, and that sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. I saw the design. Someone actually did a video of I guess a model store in
that was the leak,
Ohio, Oklahoma. Well, I don't know if you did it now, but what I saw, I was able to see it on Facebook video, and like I was digging it. I was like, okay, well, yeah, this works.
Okay, would you spend time there?
If someone will go with me, at least
I'm not going by myself.
I'm not going by myself, exactly. I
can go meet new people.
True, but I can also meet them online.
Oh god,
when I play with them and etc.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts on the proposed E3 2020? I don't know. Q-tainment.
Honestly, I hope that one way or another, I hope that it works.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have doubts, but I agree.
I don't want E3 to disappear, and obviously this is that we don't want to be tolling the bells of the doomsday scenario, right? It's not that E3 is dying or anything like that. It's there. People or companies. Let's put it this way: just because Sony left doesn't mean that they're dead. Because Nintendo left and it was still there.
No, I don't think. I don't.
And the moment that Microsoft leaves, I still don't think that's what kills them.
Right, and I don't think they're going to be dead. I don't think dead is even the question. It's just, I just feel that E3 is not going to be the same that it was before.
Remember, not gonna have the same impact or presence.
Correct, exactly.
Remember that E3 went through some rough spots in I want to say probably 2010, 2011. I could be wrong on the years, but it was around that time where they severely downsized to the point where most of the show floor was in some hangar somewhere, in some area, and it was the worst. It was the worst setup because it was hot. In that hangar, it was. You have equipment there playing already, creating its own heat. In the meantime, the appointments were happening at a hotel like miles away from the show floor venue, so it was kind of crazy. They took away the booth babes. Also, they took our booth babes.
How dare they?
How dare they? I know. They took away booth babes, and then they came back from it. They came back from that, and they made a pretty strong E3, and
came back from losing booth babes.
From losing booth babes, they came back.
Very inspiring story right there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there were people that were saying, "Okay, booth babes are out. E3 is dead."
Those people are stupid.
Cannot disagree at all with that. With that statement. Yeah.
I miss the boot base. All right.
I think
I'm not saying I
have them
don't.
back, didn't we? We have a version of them. I think they came back. Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not a Tokyo Game Show or anything like that, but still, it's
Now there's a show. You see, there's a show.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please go to sir. We really need to fix goodgame.tech or get goodgame.com.
Just rolls off the tongue, you know.
It does. It really does, man. How do we do this, man? We need to figure this out. We need to figure this out, sir. I have 5 days off. We need to figure this out.
All right.
Oh, so you're gonna jump in Monster Hunter?
I might, but I got control. I don't know. I might. We'll see. Maybe. No promises.
No, my breath. Don't worry.
Why not both?
And by the way, I just now, like on that last break, downloaded Link's Awakening to my Switch.
Oh shit!
So,
yeah, he is on a buying spree.
Wow.
I mean, you know.
Let's make that backlog grow.
Yeah, because I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. But I was like, I find it too adorable. So we will fix goodgame.tech. But in the meantime, guys, go to Good Game Bracketed GG on Facebook. Join the conversation there, and of course, like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone. This is Mad Dog signing off this week. Going to enjoy a nice long weekend, Mr. Chaos Reaper.
Well, I am the one that lives in a cave, my friends. I never get any news until the day of the podcast. I usually have no clue what the hot topic of the week is. I am the one who lives in a cave, and I enjoy it.
You do it perfectly, sir. So
thank you very much.
Yet you somehow perform.
Yes,
it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm gonna close with the fact that I forgot that I have actually been.
I'm sorry, I have to stop
something else. God damn it!
I gotta stop.
I hate when he does that.
Don't care. But I need this words. Come on, Mad Dog. Come on, tell him.
Tell him.
Yeah, just send us home.
Oh, Mad Dog, you hear me? Dream Twister, take us home.
You fucking killed that whole momentum that I have.
Right, you can pick it up again. I believe in you.
So nothing. I was just gonna say that I've been playing the stock market and I lost $10. There.
You serious?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the thing you start with $1 million?
No, I'm actually. I put real money.
Oh shit! And you lost $10?
Wait. Well, it's just a day. It'll come back up.
I was gonna say. What do you mean you lost $10 though?
I put $500. So far, I got $4.90. Oh, $4.95. So it went up. Shit. Okay.
Here you go.
I didn't know that people were trading this late at night. Oh, hey. All right.
And Tokyo works on its own time.
Congratulations.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
GG.